Rolling Stones' Dead Flowers, performed by Townes Van Zandt. The song was requested. I'm surprised by how popular it is too. You can YouTube Townes Van Zandt, and Dead Flowers, out of all the songs, is way up there. I suppose because the Rolling Stones are way more popular than Townes. This is a good example of Townes' finesse. You've got these sustained notes, these anticipated notes that he puts into the chords that are really beautiful. It's only 3 chords, but to get that right hand really smooth is tricky. But this is where you want to get in there and do it. The song's really beautiful. You'll be able to learn so many cool little embellishments on just a simple CFG, right? A 1-4-5 chord progression done so pretty and so well. So I just played the intro, but we'll go through the chorus as well. But it's pretty basic once you get this main pattern down. Let's get to it.
Mike's Music Method.
Our first chord is a simple G chord, but check this out. He anticipates that C in the F chord. That anticipate is just a fancy word for that note C comes early. And it's really cool, and it's hard to get it smooth, but let's break that down. So it's a basic G chord. I'm in standard tuning, right? 3rd fret. Thumb's doing what it usually does. Nothing fancy there, right? Townes usually doesn't mix it up too much with the thumb. 6, 4, 6, 4. Right, that's the 3rd string. So I have thumb, thumb, and on the 3rd string with my index finger open. Then together, I have open E on top. Instead of fretting the G chord, it's open with the 6th string. 1, 2, and together, 6 and 1. Then my pinky's on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Then hit open on the 4th string with your thumb. Then on that upbeat, I'm getting my 1st fret on the 2nd string. Sorry. Let's break it down one more time. Thumb, thumb, and on the 3rd string. 6 and 1 together. 2nd string alone. Pinky on the 3rd fret. Thumb alone. 1st fret, 2nd string on that and beat. How cool! Next chord is F. Now, Townes does this, Merle Travis does it. I told someone I'd make a video on it, and I haven't yet, but you want to use your thumb to play that F. So I'm just playing 1, 2, 3 on the 2nd string, 3rd, 4th. Then my thumb is hitting the 6th string 1st fret. I'll break down that technique in another video, but we have that F chord, so. That's it. So let's break that down. Yeah, this is tricky because we have a hammer on, so those are both alone, thumb, thumb. Then the and is open on the 3rd string, but I'm going to hammer my 2nd finger down. Now what's tricky is when I do that hammer, because the and is already on the upbeat of 2. 1, 2, and. So when I hammer, I'm also playing my thumb on the 6th string. So they're sounding together. my second finger here, and my thumb is hitting the 6th string at the same time. So you get that double sound, even though I'm not picking that upper melody note again. Cool, huh? If you're not used to that, slow down, stop the video, practice that. Right? And always practice in context, right? So we have this, I'm saying right a lot. Am I a South Park character? Alright, here we go. I said all right again. After that hammer on, thumb alone, open on the 3rd string, hammer onto the 2nd with your middle finger as you play that note, the 6th string. Then the and beat is on the 2nd string, 1st fret, right, of that F chord. Then the thumb alone. Then we have an and beat, but it's back to the open. I'm not just going to lift my 2nd finger because I'm going to move to the next chord. So we end with that open, and then we will transition to a C chord. Alright. Let's go through those 2 chords so far. Then we have a C chord. C is a little more involved. Townes is doing a 3-note string pattern here. It's 5th, 4th, then we go to the 6th. You have to move that ring finger up. Open on the 4th again. 5th with your 3rd finger there. 4th string, 6th with your 3rd finger higher. 4th string. Now, in simpler songs, you could just use both these fingers to get both of the 3rd frets, pinky and your ring. But we need our pinky to add some cool melody, so he actually is moving that finger back and forth, which if you're not used to that can also be tricky. So do a simple pattern, pause the video, practice just moving that up and down if you're not used to it. We're going to break this down, make it really simple. The beginning, thumbs alone. Then we have 4th and 2nd together, regular C chord. Then we have to move to the 6th string, alone. Then I do 4th and 3rd together, then and on the 2nd. 5th, 4th and 2nd, 6th, 4th and 3rd, and an and on the upbeat of the 2nd string. Get it pretty indelicate. Now here's the beautiful dead flower wilting finger-picked moment. Are you ready? You're ready? I know you can do it! This part is sweet! And here is the 2nd half of that C chord. So beautiful. I know you can do it. Let's break it down. My pinky is down right off the bat. So my pinky's 3rd fret on the 1st string, regular C chord with that G on top. Thumb on the 5th, then that 1st string. I'm using my middle finger in the right hand to play it. So 5th, 1st, 4th, 2nd. I'm playing my index on the 2nd. A little bit tricky because now your ring finger in the left hand has to go up to the 3rd fret of the 6th string. You played at the you played at the same time as the 1st string. My pinky's still down on that C chord. Then you lift the pinky, so you play these 2 together, 6 and 1. Then you repeat that top string, but you lift it up. And then you have 4th string alone. So let me break that down real slow. 5, 1, 4, 2, together. First string alone, fourth alone, third alone with your index. Really slow. So cool. I could play it all night. Let's play it all night. Play it all night with me. That's it. That's the whole thing. I'm going to play it from the top really slow. So once you guys get it, bookmark this time in the video so you can play along. You can always hit that little setting button, drop it down to 0.75 speed if it's still too fast. I'll try not to mess it up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You may have noticed that I'm playing it the same way every time, note for note. Now, some people might think that's a really nitpicky or anal way to go about playing it or practicing it, but in my opinion, I think that's how you should do it. Once you learn it that way, you can play it as smooth as possible, with the way Townes does. Then by all means, vary it up. If you're going to sing the verse, of course, you're probably not going to do as many embellishments. It's really hard to hear what's going on when he's singing on the recording. There's a second guitar, and the vocal is mixed really loud, so I don't know. I don't know how much he's simplifying it, but get in there. Really do it note for note. I know from personal experience, at least, that's when my chops got way better. I wasn't like, oh, it's some kind of C chord. I'll just put the pinky down, lift it up. Like, if you really hone in and try to get it as accurate as possible, in my opinion, I think your playing's just going to improve that much. That much better. You will improve that much better, that much more quickly. Much more better, more quicklier. Quicklier, more better all the time. Quicklier, more better, quickly. And now I take back what I said 2 minutes ago. For the chorus, I'm not going to get exact. Like I said, he's singing. It's hard to hear what's going on. I'm going to use some of the same tricks I did before. I'll show you what I mean. We'll play it together. So when he goes to the pre-chorus, it's just G to C. So I'm just going to do something like that. Maybe add some melody notes. Maybe put my pinky down on the 3rd fret. And then he goes back to the C, and I'm going to do the same thing I did for my favorite part of the song. Right, that sweet, sweet, that sweet part. This part is sweet. Hammer on, but that's a take me down, little Susie, take me down. I know you're the queen of the underground. Then to the F, and you can do that same hammer on we did before. You could send me dead flowers every morning. See. Send me dead flowers by the man. Back to C, right? So it's the same thing there. F. You do a little, Townes does that a lot. He puts a pinky down for that F. You can also bend that pinky, which is cool. Back to C. All sorts of cool stuff. I mean, 3, right? The G, the F, the D, the C, they all work as little hammer-on pull-off things, so you can mess around. Send me dead flowers, so it's been F to C, to my wedding, and it stays on the C, and I won't forget to put G, roses on your, back to the F, grave, and you got it. It's exciting, isn't it? It's so cool. It's so much fun. It's so beautiful. You guys are great. I'm having a lot of fun with this channel now. It's exciting to see people commenting and subscribing. If you haven't yet, please do sub and like. If you get a lot of value from these, consider hitting me up for private lessons. We can do them on Zoom, or donate below to my Patreon. That would be super helpful. I'm putting a bunch of time into these videos, and any drop in the bucket would be hugely appreciated. The value for value model. But if you can't, that's fine. Just like it and share it and enjoy and play your guitar and be happy. Yes! This part is sweet! This part is so sweet! This part is sweet! It's so sweet!